As a reminder to everyone on the call, we are now joined with head coach Neal Brown of Troy University. All members of the media, if you have a question for Coach Brown, please press star one on your telephone's keypad at this time. Again, it's star one to get in the queue to ask questions for Coach Neal Brown. Troy is coming off of a win on Saturday against Austin Peay. The game was played at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Troy, Alabama. A 57-17 victory for the Trojans on ESPN3. And now Troy prepares for a game at Clemson. The game will take place at Clemson, South Carolina Memorial Stadium, and will be televised on the ACC network and the Watch ESPN app. The game will kick off at 11:30 a.m. Central Time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Coach, before we get to any questions in the queue, can you give us your thoughts on last week's win against Austin Peay and the upcoming game at Clemson?
Yeah, well, first of all, happy Labor Day to everybody out there, and great opening weekend for the Sunbelt Conference. Congrats to Coach Jones and his South Alabama crew for a big win over Mississippi State. Watching Coach Satterfield and App play on Thursday night in a really competitive game, and just some of our non-league games, or outside of our league wins. Texas State jumps out to me over Ohio. Because our conference is getting better, so proud of those guys, and wanted to say congratulations to them. Good opening win for us. Had a good really good atmosphere here. Especially a big turnout with the students. Austin Peay's better than they have been, but we were clearly the more talented team, and we took advantage of some of their mistakes, and we were able to play a lot of guys and performed well. On offense especially, had some impressive stats. Ran the ball well, third highest rushing total in school history. Didn't turn the ball over, and had a lot of really big plays on offense. Defensively, started strong, then kind of had a slow second quarter. They played a lot of read option, and we didn't know what they were going to do coming in the game. They got us with a couple option plays that we weren't expecting, but settled down and stopped the run and limited the explosive plays and played much better in the second half. And then we were sound in the kicking game. Too many penalties. That was the biggest negative for the whole night. We had I can't remember, 14 penalties, which you expect to have a few in your opening game, and not that many. But it was a good win. Obviously, we're playing a whole different creature this week. We go from one extreme to another. We'll play Clemson, and Clemson's what you expect. Number 2 ranked team in the country. We're going to Death Valley, one of the top atmospheres in college football. So it'll be fun. It's a great challenge, great opportunity, however you want to look at it. Offensively, they're led by the Heisman Trophy front runner, Deshaun Watson. Really solid offensive line. Center is probably an All-American candidate. You got a running back who's all ACC, 2 receivers that are all ACC, a tight end that's all ACC. So obviously one of the top offensive units in the country, and defensively lost several NFL draft picks, but they just reload. And they got a linebacker, Ben Boulware, who's really talented, and they're big and they're long up front. Play really solid special teams, a couple explosive returners. So we're going to have our hands full, but it'll be fun next Saturday afternoon.
Thank you very much, Coach. 706 yards of offense last week. What do you take away from that performance, especially with, as you said, 383 on the ground?
Well, we're probably still trying to figure out what we are exactly. I'm not, we overmatched Austin Peay in a lot of areas, quite frankly, and Clemson's gonna have some favorable matchups on us this week. So I'm not sure I'm gonna know exactly what we have offensively probably until we line up and play Southern Miss in week 3, and then New Mexico State in week 4. But I was pleased. We played three different quarterbacks. Brandon Silvers played well. Really, probably his most complete game he's played since I've been here. Played 2 true freshmen at quarterback, and I don't think they threw an incompletion, either one of them, and they both ran the ball pretty well. So that was encouraging. Jordan Chun coming back, first game back from his injury where he missed last year. He ran the ball well, and we had a couple other running backs that ran confidently. We're better up front than we have been, so that's important. But 706 yards and really kind of set on the ball late. It's good. We went out and performed like we should have. We're better on offense, even though we played 19 first-time players on offense in the game on Saturday.
Thank you, Coach. You mentioned Jordan Chun. What did it mean for him to get started after the injury, as you mentioned, with a touchdown run on his first play from scrimmage and the first play of the game?
Well, it gave him a lot of confidence. We've purposely limited his contact and haven't had him get hit just a bunch. So for him, almost a full 12 months since he played. Last year he got hurt in the second game, so the second Saturday in September. So been almost a year since he got out and had live action, and I thought he really played well. Got a little fatigued late in the second quarter, but I was really pleased with how he performed.
Finally, Coach, you played in hostile environments before, notably last year at NC State with this Troy team. I mean, what's really key when you go into a place like Clemson when you, are going to be the underdogs coming in?
Well, it doesn't have much to do with surroundings. It has more to do with who's lining up across from you. And our guys will have a lot of energy feeding off the Clemson crowd, and one of the great pregame traditions there with those guys running down touching Howard's Rock and running down the hill. And so we'll have a lot of energy. Our guys will be excited about playing that type of atmosphere, playing on national television in a really good time slot. So it just comes down to we've got to be able to handle the environment, and we've got to handle the change in speed early in the game. They're going to run so much better than anything they've seen in practice or anything they've seen in the game last week. So ball security is going to be huge. We can't turn the ball over and give them short fields. And we've got to do a good job, especially early in the contest, handling the change of tempo that they're going to give us on offense and defense.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it today, and best of luck this Saturday.